Since the beginning of the year, the Yorkshire Trench has seen some restorative works, particularly to the dugout sections of the trench, which were in a massive state of disrepair and were starting to rot. As you can just see here, it's just a quick walk through in early September of me just going through the trench. You can still see that there is a lot of damage to the sandbags and that still needs repairing, but we'll focus on the positives and what has been done so far to shore up the dugout. Well, I'd just like to say on behalf of Yorkshire Trench, we'd like to give a genuine thanks to everyone who's donated, shared, or just put a little bit of time into reading about the trench itself. We could not have done this without you. We've not managed to raise the €100,000 yet. However, what we have raised so far has been given to the City of Ypres and the museum, and that has contributed massively to the works that have been done. As you can see, the sandbags around one of the dugout entrances have been repaired for the most part. They are filled with concrete, I believe, but that is purely because it's well over 100 years old and they're wanting to get as much time as they can out of the sandbags. They wouldn't have been filled with concrete in the First World War, but they still look the part, which is the main thing. Now, as you can see in the entrance of the dugout itself, it is filled with water, which is a good thing, as it stops the dugout from rotting. The contractors and the In Flanders Fields Museum have also installed lights, which you can see, which is just nice, particularly on a night, so you can see down, but it also stops people from perhaps walking too far into the dugout and being submerged in water. There are a few bars in the way to stop people from getting down so easily, but if you really were determined, you could climb over those bars, but I do not recommend it. Here's just a close-up of the entrance to the dugout itself. The woodwork is amazing, and I don't think this picture does it any justice. The colours don't quite shine through in the picture, but it is a really amazing colour. As you can see, the water's coming up just after, I believe, the fifth step down, and the bars are there to stop you from going down. The difference between the dugouts now and when I was last at the trench a couple of years ago is amazing. They were quite damaged, the wood was rotting, but now you can see the craftsmanship has gone in, and hopefully these are there to stay for quite some time. And again, this could not have been done without everyone's generosity, and we do genuinely thank you. The In Flanders Fields has also erected several plaques with information about the trench as it is now and as it was then. You can get a QR code on them, so you can have them in multiple languages, but it is nice to see for people who don't know so much about the trench, just a little bit about what went on here and some of the restoration works that have gone on. And in this you can see some images of when the diggers first excavated the trench, some of the A-frames of where the duck boards would have sat on. I think it's just nice to see the contrast as it was when it was first dug up and as it is now. This is just a quick panning shot of the length of the trench from one side to the other. Apologies about the shakiness, I'm not the best cameraman, but it just shows the extent of the work that still needs to be done, and I'm sure we'll get that fixed soon. Again, a massive thanks to everyone who's supported and donated to us so far. There is still a lot of work to go with the trench, but hopefully very soon we can have everything fixed and it's preserved for generations to come. Thank you very much for watching this short update on the trench. We'll be back in the near future with some more updates.